All right, well, welcome everyone to today's webinar on simple steps to simplify your school concession stands and how to set up cashless concessions. Now, real quick before we jump into everything, just a couple of housekeeping things. First off, attendees are in listen only mode. That basically just means that you're muted. So if you did have questions or comments throughout the webinar, you can go ahead and ask those in the questions panel, and we'll be sure to get back with you as soon as we can after the webinar. On top of that, we'll be sending out a copy of today's slides and the recording, so be on the lookout for that as well. Now, jumping into a bit more on what we'll be covering, we'll be going through how you can set up cashless concessions in minutes, the power of tracking sales and revenue with ease, how to allocate funds efficiently to support your school programs, and much more. Now, for those of you I haven't met yet, my name is Mike. I'm on the marketing team here at Vanco, and I'm also joined today by our Vanco Events specialist, Todd. Now, when it comes to managing your concession stands, do you find that cash is holding you back? Potentially, you're maybe fighting long lines caused by cash transactions, or maybe you're dealing with frequent errors in cash handling and making change. Possibly you're getting frustrated by time-consuming manual tracking of revenue, or again, maybe you're stressed by safeguarding and counting cash at the end of every event. And again, if you're dealing with some of these challenges, you aren't alone. These are very common issues that we find when schools are dealing with managing their concession stands. Another element that can cause overwhelm are things like long lines that are discouraging customers from even purchasing from your concession stand. Again, maybe you're struggling with accurately tracking sales and revenue, or your staff feels overwhelmed by having to manage all that cash. Or again, maybe you're losing funds to manual errors or inefficiencies in managing your concession stands. Well, the good news is that many of these issues can be simplified or eliminated entirely by going cashless with your concession stands. And so when you're looking to build a concession stand and going cashless, there's a few things that you want to make sure your system is able to do. And so it's things like setting up a concession stand quickly and easily, tracking every sale in real time using digital tools, being able to direct revenue effortlessly to support your school programs through fundraising efforts, and a system that can help you reduce stress with an organized and automated approach. And with that in mind, there's really 5 keys to setting up successful cashless concessions. And so again, choose a system that allows you to have a quick setup. This can be implementing cashless payments in minutes without the hassle. You want to make sure that it offers seamless transactions. This can help you speed up lines with easy contactless payment options. Also consider something that has real-time tracking. This will allow you to monitor sales and trends to maximize your profits. Also something that can lead to error-free management. You want to be able to eliminate mistakes and inefficiencies with cash handling by going cashless. Also choose something that has program support and fundraising options so you can allocate funds effortlessly to the areas that you need them most. And the great news is that with Vanco Events, we can be the perfect fit for school concessions. We offer easy implementation so you can start accepting cash payments fast. You'll be able to access enhanced tracking tools so you can gain insight into sales trends and revenue allocation. It's community focused, so it's tailored to fit your school and your unique needs, and it offers stress-free support with reliable technology and expert help when you need it. And so again, with Vanco Events, we help you build events with concession stands and more, and so you can create events, customize them, and start selling tickets in a matter of minutes in a simple to use platform. And so when it comes to creating and customizing your event, you'll be able to do this in minutes with their easy to use builder. You just simply need to upload a few key details of information like the event name, images, times, and dates, the location of your event, and pricing details, and you're ready to start selling tickets online. This can really help your event stand out by adding custom images, embedded maps and backgrounds, and even logos. You also don't need to worry about overselling with our flexible seating plans, and you can customize your tickets to fit your organization's brand and even highlight sponsors. We also give you tools to promote your event. So you'll be able to add event listing widgets and ticket buttons right on your own website. You can offer discounts and promo codes on tickets. You'll be able to monitor revenue and ticket sales as they come in. And you can print door lists and use our web app to track attendance during events. And you'll also be able to share links on social media, your website, and even print off QR codes that you can hang on posters to promote your events to increase attendance. There's also plenty of reporting and integration tools that work seamlessly with Vanco Events, so you'll be able to get data on key metrics like total revenue, ticket sales by type, account transactions, and more. When it comes to getting people into your events, you can scan tickets quickly with our volunteer-friendly scanning app. You can consolidate in-person and online payments and donations all in one place. And if you really want to get technical, you can use tracking codes in Google Analytics to measure traffic and conversions and gather social media advertising data, tracking codes, purchase locations, and more. And so as a whole, here at Vanco, we want to help you create successful events, simplify your concession stand process, and more. And so we can do that with Vanco Events through branded events and ticket pages, custom forms and widgets, interactive seating, real-time reporting, and more. So with that in mind, I'm going to hand it over to Todd, and he's going to dive into how you can set up a concession stand and simplify this process for your school.
Well, thanks, Mike. I'd like to show you briefly on how to build a concessions event. So on the platform, we're going to go create an event, and we'll call it concessions baseball season. Now, what you may want to do is, and I'll show you this in a moment, is to create a template of your prices and your items for sale. That way you don't have to go in and recreate it. So we'll call it the same thing, or the about. We do need an email address here. I'll just put mine in there. And we'll say baseball. We'll say your baseball complex. And we're going to choose general admission. And this is how many items you want to sell. Now, next is, when is your event? When are you wanting to sell concessions? Well, you can build it individually, but you could also do weekly. And then it's like, we have a game every Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday. And what days do you want to start it? We're going to start it here. We can start it today. And then your session times are the times that you want to sell. So we'll say something like after school for a few hours. And then the end of your season, we'll put out into March. And when do you want to sell tickets? Well, we want to sell tickets basically all the way through the event. So this might be 4 hours. All right, yes. Now we just built all of those games for the concessions. Next, Vanco is going to ask how to build, or what your cost of your items are. So you can, and this is where you might want to pre-build them. We'll call it nachos, because I haven't had lunch yet. And they're going to be $5. Now I want to call out the account code. We call them account codes. Most places call them GL or general ledger. This will help you know where your money's coming from when it's deposited into the bank. And you can come in after the fact and change these around. So if you had a softball season that the money might be going to a different bank account, you can definitely track that. All right, so I'm also going to use this is where the template is. I've got a concessions one already pre-built, so I'm not going to go through and type everything out. Next, you can add pictures if you'd like. Completely optional, and specifically if it's in person only, you probably don't need a picture, but I like to add a picture just to kind of show you. There we go, right under concession. So that's just some free clip art. Next, you're going to create your event. Notice here you do get a URL and a QR code, and that way people can, if you wanted to set it up where they can pre-buy and then just show their ticket and pick it up, you can definitely do that. I'm going to go into my box office now, and I have my concessions for basketball set up, but I'm going to get a couple of hot dogs and maybe a bottle of water. And we don't need any candy. Now you can totally accept cash, and you're going to be paying $12. If we enable the online payment, now you can swipe your card or tap to pay, whatever you wanted to use. All right, so when it comes time for reporting, Vanco Events has a robust suite of reports, but you can create your own report. This is probably my favorite. Test and concessions, basketball concessions. And here you can choose what date you wanted versus all. Now here, all of the pluses are going to be fields, are going to be columns in Excel. So I'm just going to pull some information. Down here, if you download it, it's a one-time pull. If you save and download, it's added to your favorites. I went in and previously pulled this report, but now I can see what was purchased. And now I'm just gonna, sort and filter, and I want to know how many bottles of water were sold on that certain date or whatever. And then a cheeseburger, and you keep going through all of your reports. You could also just sort them out by date. That might help you as well. I'm going to unclick. I'm going to go select all. But over here, I've got my dates. So we're just going to scroll back to the top. This is just plain in Excel. So anything on June 14th. So now you have your totals. All right. Mike, that's all I've got. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let you take back over.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Todd, for jumping through that info and showing everyone how simple it is to build their cashless concession stand with Vanco Events. And with that, we are always striving to make things easier here at Vanco. And one way that we've done that is we've actually built an ultimate concession stand kit. And so this is going to walk you through everything you need to know to build a successful cashless concession stand. So you'll get things like a menu template, pricing guides, volunteer schedule templates, rules templates, step-by-step tutorials, how-to videos, and more. And it will walk you through step-by-step exactly how to run a successful cashless concession stand. So if you'd like to download that kit, there's actually a link on the screen here. You can see, just head to that website and you'll be able to download that kit for free. So be sure to do that. On top of that, I wanted to highlight a quick testimony of one of our customers that's been successfully using concessions and cashless concessions with Vanco. And so you can see here, Katy ISD has generated over $553,000 over the last year through their concession stands programs using Vanco Events. So this is huge and really exciting to see the power and potential of using cashless concessions through a big district. So if you'd like to learn how you can build your own cashless concession stand and have our team help you do that, there's also another link on screen here where you can set up a demo and call with our team, and they'll actually be able to help you step by step build out your concession stand for the coming years. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, be sure to head to that link as well, and we'd be happy to help you get started using Vanco Events to set up your cashless concession program. Now, with that in mind, there's a lot of people on today's webinar, and we'd really be able to help you as soon as we can, but we need to know if you're ready to get started and what type of person you are. So let us know in the questions panel which type of person you are, if you're A, B, or C. Person A is someone that would like to schedule that walkthrough. You'd like our help building your cashless concession stand and setting up events with Vanco Events. Let us know your person A. Maybe you're person B, maybe you just want some more information. That's great too. Let us know that in the comments. Or maybe you're person C, you're ready to build an event right now. You'd like our help to do that. Cashless concession sounds exciting and you'd like our help. Great, let us know you're person C. Either way, let us know what type of person you are so we can be sure to follow up with you as soon as we can after the webinar. But again, we appreciate everyone's time for tuning in today. Hopefully you saw how simple it is to build a cashless concession stand and all the advantages that go with it. And again, if you'd like our help, be sure to reach out to our team so we can help you do that as well. But again, appreciate your time. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we look forward to working with you.